always late to the party, but I had an opportunity, so I picked up one of these, and I want to talk about this today, the Sig P365. Let's talk about it. So, greetings, YouTube, Rumble, Lock and Load Ninjas, interwebs at large. I try not to become one of these people that has to have and try the latest gun out there, which I guess makes me sort of a poor gun reviewer. But I had tried many of these small, easily hideable 9mm pistols that are out there, the Glock 43, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Never tried the XDS. I've heard pretty good things about them. And the guns, all of them. The STI, Staccato C, the original flat single stack gun. All of them shot really, really well. And all of them had problems for me as a shooter and a carrier of guns. So when the Sig P365 came out, I was not sitting around going, oh, I got to try that one, because I think with especially with Smith & Wesson M&P Shields, I think I have built up 3 or 4 different guns, and inevitably I never take them in their stock configuration. I always go get some parts from Hive Technologies, and I make it a little more acceptable to me. But a lot of that had to do with capacity. And along comes this, this is the one I believe they refer to as the Nitron or Nitron. And it comes along with a 10+1 mag capacity. So now you have a really itty-bitty little package that's really easy to hide and really easy to carry. That's fine and good. But I saw a video one time of Clint Smith. I met Clint back in January at SHOT Show. And Clint normally carries a single stack, full-size 1911, the Thunder Ranch Combat Special from Nighthawk Custom. And I've actually got one of those coming now. And his philosophy is this: everybody's in the race to get to the smallest thing they can find and carry comfortably. But in a gunfight, there are no guns too big to fight with. But still, I mean, a lot of guys rave about this gun. A little 17.8 ounces unloaded. So since there's not a whole bunch, to dispense with as far as how, I mean, it's very concealable. Everybody makes a concealable holster for it. This has readily been adopted by many people. A lot of ex-military people carry this. A lot of law enforcement people carry this. Why wouldn't I carry this? Well, first things first, we got to take this to the range and see how this thing shoots.
All right. All right.
Okay, this thing shoots pretty good. I was frankly surprised at how well it shot. No hiccups at all when I got this. I found this used. The reason I have this is I found this used in a gun shop called Shooter's Choice in Columbia, South Carolina. and it was $440. So, given the price of guns and the availability of guns and everything, I thought this would be a decent little pistol to have. A few things as far as my impressions of it. The trigger is adequate for what it is. This is not a. I don't want to upset anybody, but this is not a fighting handgun. Okay, so the trigger for what it is, as a close-in combat, a close-in self-defense weapon or something, it's going to work just fine. It works just fine. It ate all the ammunition I fed through it, which wasn't a lot because we're in the ammo apocalypse right now. But then I had a thought. And this is why when it's all said and done, while I'm not going to get rid of this, and there may be some occasions where I do carry this, this is not going to be a primary carry gun. So, whenever we go to a training class, what happens to all of us? We're all told, and this may be just my problem, I don't have particularly. The biggest problem with handguns is hands. Hands are the problem with handguns. Hands push it left, push it right, up, down. If you're left-handed, you're pushing right. If you're right-handed, you're pushing left. Hands can also impede. So what are we told? In every gun class we go to, we're told that all guns fail. And in most of the classes where we're taught, right, you're going to be taken back into the land of gross motor function, because that's the easiest common denominator to master. So that means that here we are. Got a few snap caps right here. We're in the gunfight. Misfire, right? Slap. Back in the fight. Going. That's the way that's supposed to work. But does that work that way? For me, with the Sig P365, which I'll tell you again, this is a superb shooting gun. There may be some narrow moments to carry it. I don't wear tuxedos. I don't wear suits. I can see where this would have a place. I can see that. But with me, when I'm out there, misfire. See what happened? My hand is too big over this. Now, there's some things I can do. I guess I could, do it differently, right? But that's not the way we're taught, right? The only way I figured out that I can do this is I'm in the gunfight, boom, it fails to go off, grab it at the front. Now I've gotten rid of it, and I'm back in the gunfight. But that means all these classes I've taken, I now have to adjust my manual of arms to work with this gun. So, given the way things are going right now, I probably will continue to carry some about this size. But I see the value in this. If you are a person that is, if you're a female, if you're a person with very small hands, if you're a person that wears suits or dress clothes, this is superb. This is a great little gun. If you're a person like me and you're a radio slob and you're just out there doing a radio show, and you're, you wear early American slob as your fashion, well, you can get away with this. So, just my thoughts. If this is a gun you're thinking about, as far as the way it shoots, this is great. For me, it's not going to work as a carry gun, but that's just for me. It would work as a carry gun, but I still have other issues, like dropping the magazine, right? Hand getting in the way. So that's why I say it's not a fighting handgun, and that's purely the way it works for me. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with how it's going to work for you. It may work great, and if it does, if you like this kind of gun, if you like a little mini hideout gun, well, have at it. They don't sponsor me, so that's my honest opinion of the gun. Good shooter. Good shooter. Hey. Maybe we should look at some comments. So, first up, from Irish Knuckle Dragger. Sir, I'm the future owner of the Fat C that interacted with you on IG. I appreciate your deep dive. You can't be a student of Steve Fisher's and not have a fire stoked in you to own a custom pistol from Chambers Custom. Steve commented sometime in January of this year that if you wanted to get a Chambers pistol, that you should get on the list now. Steve knows what Steve knows, and when he says something like that, you don't want to be left behind kicking yourself because you stood around wringing your hands about cost. I appreciate your work. Thank you. All of these, by the way, coming from the Fat WMGC deep dive video, part 1. Hey, when Steve talks, people listen. Yeah. Then, from Logan Young. I'm a simple man. I see one of your videos featuring a Chambers Custom, and I click like before even watching. I'm going to think I should appreciate that. I'm going to take that as sort of a compliment. Hopefully that means you did watch the video and you found it okay and you didn't unclick the like part of it. And then this one. Nice video. This coming from Michael Ivory. Nice video. Why you never do any revolvers? Do you like revolvers? Actually, I do. I just don't own one. My son has a Ruger GP100, which I bought for him for Christmas or birthday or something. I don't remember what for, because he wanted a 357. I could review that. Now, I've been trying to get Nighthawk to let me review their Korth pistols, because they're Korth pistols. So, anyway, everybody that comments on the videos, thank you very much for taking the time to do that. All of you guys, I appreciate you. Coming up next, going to finally take the Fat WMGC out on the range. We're going to shoot it exhaustively. We're going to see how accurate it really is. And we're going to see if my claim as it being my most accurate handgun pans out. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that one already. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, please do a few things for me if you would consider it. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. That would be really nice. Hit the notifications. Hit all notifications. I'm remonetized now. I am not making a whole bunch of money, but it may pay my Starbucks bill. One can only hope. Between now and then, everybody stay safe. I am out of here.